true. Speaking of a regular feature, dun dun dun,
Dun dun
Charlie
dun.
Sheen update.
Charlie Sheen update. Winning, Charlie Sheen. All right, so what do we got this time? Going on.
All right. So there are actually 3 separate updates.
Holy moly!
Yeah, we took a little time off from looking into Charlie, and stuff happened. So the first update involves Australia. As you may recall, he's been booked for an Australian speaking tour this fall to talk about his life, I guess.
To talk about winning?
I'm sure there'll be a lot of winning and the like. But Charlie's confused.
Oh dear.
He's confused about Australian football. And he's begging for locals to explain the game as he prepares to tour down under. So this is the first time he's ever spoken in Australia, but there are some cultural differences that he needs to grapple with when he arrives. And he just doesn't understand Australian football.
Right.
So he's begging people to explain it to him. He's very confused. I don't really know much about Australian football myself. Do you?
I know it's incredibly confusing. I've watched it a few times and I don't know what the fuck is going on. But they really like it down there. And it's their sport. No one else plays it. So, it's exclusive to there.
Right. He wants it explained in person, and I can't do that, and you can't do that.
No.
Do we know anybody who understands Australian rules football?
Yeah, listen. Listen. Okay,
Jamone.
So listen. Shh, Charlie. He's my friend. Look, listen. So, the first rule is you get the ball, and you get a shrimp on the barbie, and then you get some Sheilas, and you go down to Nimbin, and you smoke a doobie, or a Billy. And that's the way you play Australian rules football. Give me some milk.
Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Jamone popped in to add his analysis of Australian rules football. If we have any, I know we do have Australian listeners. I'm aware of that. So perhaps this could be clarified in the comment section, or anybody who understands. We can pass along this information to Charlie if we get some good responses.
Absolutely. I mean, we have the access to Sheen.
We do have the access to Sheen. Or not Sheen. Either way.
Not
so
Sheen.
That's, we know it's not Sheen. From all records indicate that it's not Sheen.
It's not Sheen.
I don't think so.
Okay, so what else we got?
Okay, so part 2 of the Charlie Sheen update is that as we know from previous updates, he had been attempting to sell his house in Beverly Hills for $9,999,999.
Winning.
Now this account says it's $10 million, but we know that's not true.
Yeah.
So what he did is he slashed $800K off the price of his 7-bed Beverly Hills home, complete with 2 swimming pools. I didn't realize that. 2 pools.
Yeah.
5 months after putting it on the market. So he's been trying to sell his house for a while. And no dice.
Why would you need 2 pools? Why would anyone need 2 pools? What, I mean, I get it if you, have a guest house that has its own, separate area that's like a fucking regular house, next to your mansion for your guests so that they don't swim in your pool. But why exactly would you need 2 pools?
That's a good question. I mean, the house is 7 bedroom, 7 bathroom. And, I mean, I think 1 pool would accommodate 7 to 10 people. I mean, when you got 3 people in each pool?
Maybe you need a pool for fucking and doing dirty stuff in and making gross, and the floating condom or the dead floating hookers in there,
True.
the bodies.
True.
And then you have your other one for your wife and your kids, keep them clean.
Well, you could use both, but it would take some time to clean the dead hookers out. That's a lot of muriatic acid to have to put into the pool.
Yeah.
To make sure it's, once again, pristine. So maybe they just take turns, hookers and Charlie in the pool. Oh, hooker died. Go to the other pool now. And then 2 weeks later, you go back to the original pool and just kind of, so you always have a clean pool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's important to have a clean pool. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, and we still have that wonderful artist rendering of the home.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I only see one pool here.
Right.
Makes me wonder where the other pool is.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want your dead hooker pool next to your other pool, It wouldn't,
That's true.
That wouldn't be kosher,
No, cross-contamination is a serious thing.
Yeah.
So,
okay,
so he's trying to sell his house still. And apparently he's still trying to rent it as well for $43,000 a month. Ooh, there's a picture of the front of the house this time. That's lovely.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, and interiors too. Oh, I know what's going up on the channel. All of the house.
Oh.
Yes. Oh, man.
Everybody's going to see your house, Charlie.
Okay. So maybe we can also not just help him with football, Australian football, but we can kind of serve as brokers, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
To get the word out about his house. I think that would be a good service that we could provide. Free of charge, by the way. We are
in the business of helping, not Sheen, and it's important.
Right. Very, very important. So part 3 of the Charlie Sheen update involves a story that goes way back.
Yeah?
Well, unless Jamon has something to say about the house before we move on.
No, I want this next story. I think I can relate.
I think you probably can, Jamon. So the next story involves Charlie in Italy in the 90s. And he tells a story regarding him being in a makeup chair, getting a wardrobe fitting for the Three Musketeers, one of Charlie Sheen's classics. And he woke up surprised because he was in an apartment about 200 miles away from the city. This is important, Jamon. With no jewelry, no wallet, no ID, with nothing. He woke up with nothing. And he still doesn't know what happened.
Yes.
So, what do you think happened?
It's natural.
He missed 7 hours.
Yeah?
You understand? I mean, that doesn't seem normal.
Sounds fantastic. Man, I gotta get some of that shit. Fuck! Where the fuck is room with that shit? I want some Sheen.
There was also a woman in the room, but she didn't speak English.
Oh! Is that a Billie Jean? Or is that a, Liberian girl?
Could be.
You know that you changed my world, just like in the movies. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. I love you, Liberian girl. Nakatia, Twinbuck away. Okay.
There was a lot of miming to bridge the communication gap.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like what might be going on now with you, Jamon. It was a doozy.
Yeah, doozy.
It was a doozy.
Doozy in a doozy. In a doozy. In a doozy, doozy. Doozy, doozy. Doozy, doozy. Yeah. I had one of those.
We still don't know. We don't know.
Yeah. Well,
he doesn't know.
Look, listen, when I was on my European tour, and I landed in Crete, I don't remember traveling, for about 4 or 5 months, and then I woke up and I was on stage in London. But apparently I gave incredible shows all the way along. And that was a doozy.
Sounds like a doozy.
It's natural.
Charlie Sheen update.
Charlie Sheen update.
Thanks, Jamon, for clearing that up. Yeah, he's a big help.
Yeah, he helps out.
You're a great asset to the show, Jamon. I can't wait to see your documentary.
Oh, thank you.
We're working on it.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's a good story. It's worth telling. Yeah, I think he's awesome.